Welcome to the Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education, coming with the lead learning at your doorstep. Name of course is Utilization of Electrical Energy. Name of unit is Electric Drives and Elevators. Unit outcome is describe the procedure to maintain the given electric drive and elevator. In the today's session, we will learn about the main component of elevator mechanism, that is the drum, elevator car, counterweight, rope, pulley, elevator machine, and its types of elevator machine, that is the over-mounted and under-mounted and traction elevator machine. We'll see the Bombay Lift Act also. Here the learner are requested to pause the presentation and note down the concept map in the notebook. For the size and shape of the elevator car, it is very important that planning for an elevator installation, we have to decide it according to the design of the building and the shape and size of elevator car. It should be such as to obtain the highest operating efficiency in the movement of the traffic, that is as per the requirement of the building. Now if we talk of the shape of the elevator car, it must have a wide front so that it is comfortable for the traveler, and the shallow depth. Wide front provides the ample door opening, facilitating the quick transfer of the passenger at the floor level. Also the important criteria, that is for the size of the car, usual practice is to have a space of 2 square feet per person or the 0.2 meter square per person. This is for the size. Also, the maximum load capacity of elevator is the 75 lbs per square feet, or in SI system it is the 340 kg per meter square. So assumption is that average weight of a passenger to be 68 kg. Now the speed of elevator. The measure for the speed of car is the number of the feet the car will travel during the period of 1 minute. This is the criteria for the shape and size of the elevator car. Next is the speed that we are supposed to practice in the elevator system for the various kind of building, just like the residential building, hotel apartments, departmental store, office building and skyscraper building. So this is the list. Learner are supposed to pause the presentation and you may note down the list of the speed of the elevator system for a particular building. It is about the operating mechanism installation. So the location and the type of electric drive. Mostly the elevator machine is installed in a room. This room, it is known as the penthouse, and generally it is at the top of a building, but in few cases you may install it in the basement, but there are few limitations. So according to the type of elevator machine employed and the power transmitting gears, if method of transmitting power to the car ropes, elevator machines are divided into these two categories. Number one, it is called the drum. Number two, it is called the traction. Again, the drum elevator, which is shown in the diagram, it can be classified into the two ways. If it is mounted on the top side, it is known as a over mounted drum elevator machine, in which we can see in the diagram there is a drum, then there is a car, and in order to balance the weight of the car, there is a counter weight. In the diagram number 2, under mounted drum elevator machine is shown, where the drum, it is installed in the basement. Basically, the operating mechanism, there is a drum which consists in the form of a spool. The shape, it is in the form of spool that we have seen in the diagram, which is helpful for attaching of the ropes for the operation of the car. Drum means a winding drum. There are the spiral grooves are provided on the drum, and the operation of a drum elevator machine and power when applied to the driving gear, turning it in one direction, winds the rope upon the drum. This is a function of drum and causing the car to the ascent. And when the power is reversed, the drum turns in the opposite direction and paying out the ropes and causing the car to the descent down. In such a way, the weight of car is balanced by a counterweight so that reduce the energy consumption for the operation of the car. Automatic devices that we have discussed in the last CO, that is the CO number 7, automatic devices are used to ensure the proper and the safe control of movement of the car. The safety is very important. Now, while with respect to the location machine, they are of two types, over-mounted drum and the under-mounted drum. The over-mounted machine gives direct transmission, that is, no pulley are required between the drum and car. We have again seen in the diagram, the car ropes occupy the entire surface of drum when the car is up and counterbalance rope is suspended. This arrangement requires the minimum length of the rope. The point to be noted. Now, in overhead mounting, it will give remarkably long rope life because there is no possible creepage and the bending is always in one direction. However, if the machine is installed in the basement, reverse bend are necessary in the ropes and this material reduces the rope life. This is to be also noted down. In the traction elevator system, we can see that there is a drum and there is a rope. On one side there is a counterweight and another side there is a car. So basically in this type the motion is obtained by means of traction, that is through the friction existing between the driving pulley and the hoisting rope that we see in the diagram. The rope are not wounded as wounded on the drum, but a continuous rope from the car to the counterweight passes over the driving pulley. This is the difference. Now the traction machine carries the hoist rope over the hoisting sheave and down to the counterweight and release on the grip of the rope on the sheaves to give enough traction to lift the load. This practice is now in order to operate the elevator system. The elevator motor should be of very good quality. In order to ensure the rapid acceleration and the retardation, the inertia of the movement part must be low. So the motor for elevator service are designed with the armature of comparatively smaller diameter. Slow speed motor are preferable. So generally the motor speed should not exceed 900 revolution per minute. And also in order to determine the size of motor car for a given installation, three factors must be considered. Number 1, load or the net weight to be hoisted. Number 2, speed of car. Number 3 is the efficiency of the car. The motor to be selected for the elevator work, it should give highest starting torque, that is a 2 to 3 times as much as starting torque as represented by its HP rating. Motor suggested for the DC motor. DC series motor are best suitable motor for elevator service. And AC motors, there are two motors, squirrel cage and the slip ring induction motor are suitable and can give car speeds for a great range. The squirrel cage motor is used extensively up to the 20 HP because of its simplicity and it requires only a relatively simple form of controller and it is reliable. The slip ring motor of the same rating is more expensive and has a somewhat lower power factor than the squirrel cage. AC motors of low speed type are now available and are being used successfully on elevator whose car speed are as high as 400 feet per minute. This is the remarkable value. Bombay Lift Act. The lift in residential, commercial, industrial building need to be installed as per the requirement laid down in development control rules at time and as applicable for the site of construction. So the manufacturing, erection and maintenance of lift shall be done as per the provision laid down in the Bombay Lift Rules 1958 framed at Bombay Lift Act 1939. The Chief Engineer is appropriate authority for the observation of provision under Lift Act, because everything is by rule, and rules and to issue the following permission, that is permission to install the lift, and number 2 the license to operate the lift. But between these two stages, after giving the permission, there are full chances that permission can be given. It is to be checked, and after giving permission, after checking the installation of the elevator, it should check all the safety criteria. Only then the license to operate the lift, it is to be allowed. So the owner of installation shall submit the application with necessary drawing to the inspector of the lift, pay necessary fee and get the approval from the chief engineer. Procedure in brief for applying the permission operating lift is that the owner, after completion of the lift erection work, shall apply to the inspector of lift for inspection, pay necessary fee and get the permission to operate the lift from the chief engineer. But also there is a rule number 3 which shows that the permission for installing the lift or for making addition and alternation to the lift. So addition and alternation of the lift, on receipt the application of the inspector of the lift, inquire and make the application to furnish the requirement. It is regarding the changes in the characteristic of lift, that is speed of lift, capacity of the lift, type of lift and the number of the landings. So these are the important points. So licensed lift erector only should carry out the work of erection. The lift inspector in turn inspect installation and confirm that all provision of Lift Act and rules for the safety of user are being observed. It is to be checked keenly. The license for the working of lift is issued in the Form C after applicable to the rules and regulation in the Bombay Lift Act. Observing the condition of lift in view of safety, it is mandatory to lift to be maintained by approved erection and maintenance agency. It is to be taken care of very promptly. Inspector of lift should give a visit and inspect lift condition twice in a year, and where any accident occur in operation of lift result in injury to the person, owner should give in with full details to the inspector of the lift in the Form F. So it is to be done. It is all provision are to be practiced very promptly. Learners are requested to note down the following questions and solve it and cross-check it also. The learner are requested to practice the same question in the same way and cross-check it. In the today's session, we have learned about the shape and size of elevator car, the types of elevator car, speed of elevator, and also we have learned about the provisions which are given in the Bombay Lift Act for the safe practices of elevator. The learner can go through following references and the website for more learning. Enjoy your learning. Thank you very much.